Hello everyone and welcome to Anime Replay, the channel where we talk about anything and everything anime. Today, we will be talking about our top 10 most badass scenes in the masterpiece that is One Piece. Due to the nature of this video, there will be spoilers everywhere, so take this as your spoiler warning. Also, if you're big weebs like us, consider liking and subscribing, because you are in the right place for everything anime. With all the housekeeping out of the way, let's get into our top 10 badass moments in One Piece. If we're going to talk about wild moments in all of One Piece, a great starting point in our number 10 is in the very beginning. We don't know the gravity of the situation, but in this episode, Shanks loses an arm for Luffy. His arm gets bitten clean off and he doesn't even throw a punch. Instead, he intimidates the sea monster with a stare and brings Luffy to safety. Later, Shanks would tell Whitebeard he lost his arm betting on the future generation. The minimal actions taken while still being intimidating is what makes this a memorable moment. After a strong number 10 and a strong beginning to the series as a whole, our number 9 moment gave us goosebumps. Not just anyone gets to wear the famous straw hat, but Luffy has entrusted Nami with his prized possession on more than one occasion. When Nami starts crying and stabbing at the tattoo on her shoulder, we see how empathetic Luffy is. He had already told Nami she's going to be a part of his crew, so to free her of her chains, Luffy goes to see Arlong in Arlong Park and destroy everything he built. But first, Luffy laid his straw hat on Nami and gathered the crew for one of the best squad walks of all time. They look at Luffy and walk alongside him with the meanest of mugs. As the crew walks toward Arlong Park, we see everyone ready for a fight, with a walk showing absolute confidence and trust that our captain will free her. Nami's teary face showed desperation. A type of desperation to be free. The type of desperation that wants to believe in a rubber boy. Speaking of believing in a rubber boy, most of the crew had to go through some stage of trusting Luffy fully. One of the most emotional moments in our number 8 is Luffy declaring war on the world government, ordering Sogeking to shoot down that flag. Sogeking let out a fire shot and Robin screams, "I want to live!" The chills of knowing there is no turning back, but Luffy has no fear. He sticks to his goal and will do anything for his Nakama. Our number 7 is just legendary. When Jinbei tells Big Mom he is leaving her crew to join Luffy's. We see again just how amazing Jinbei is when he keeps his promise to Luffy, but what makes this moment isn't badass for that. No, Jinbei tells Big Mom, "How can I be afraid of a mere Yonko when I'm going to be a part of the crew with the future king of the pirates?" A mere Yonko? Jinbei is a certified mad lad. Jinbei isn't the only monster in the crew. Zoro is just as insane. One of the most memorable moments in our number 6 actually never happened. That's right, nothing happened. We've known him nearly from the beginning, but we see how he dedicated his sword to Luffy and the Strawhats, and yes, that includes Sanji. When the crew makes it to Thriller Bark, a lot of events happen, and it's kind of a weaker arc up until the end. At the end of this arc, we meet another warlord named Kuma. He absolutely destroys the crew with ease, and Luffy is passed out after his fight with Gecko Moria. With his captain out, we see Zoro step up and show why he is the first mate. He knocks out Sanji and confronts Kuma alone. Out of respect for Zoro's decision, Kuma gives Zoro an ultimatum. Either Kuma will kill Luffy or Zoro, but before Zoro makes his decision, Kuma pulls out all of the pain Luffy went through, both physically and mentally. Kuma gave Zoro a sample of what Luffy went through, and that tiny bubble almost killed Zoro then and there. After Zoro makes his decision, we see Sanji wake up and start looking for Zoro. Eventually, he goes to the woods and sees the massive amount of blood everywhere. Sanji asks Zoro, "What happened?" Zoro, bloody and broken with his arms crossed, tells Sanji, "Nothing happened," confirming Zoro and this badass moment. What kind of list would this be without the return of the most mysterious character in all of One Piece? Shanks saves Kobe after Kobe stands up to Akainu, and we haven't seen this man for hundreds of episodes, and we only heard that he had tangled with Kaido. We went through the Paramount War and everything that it brought with it, and to finally get relief in the form of Shanks, He has one arm, and he stops Akainu's magma fist from killing Kobe. We've seen just how dangerous Akainu is, but he doesn't dare challenge Shanks. He requests the bodies of Ace and Whitebeard from the Fleet Admiral, so Sengoku agrees and demands the Navy to stop. One man influenced the end of an entire war through his commanding presence. This is why Shanks comfortably sits his badass moment at our number 5 spot. We're in Final Four territory, and it's time for our captain to shine. Jinbei throws Luffy, and he lands in front of the 3 admirals. The contrast of heights between the 3 admirals and Luffy is chilling, but over the course of this series, we learn to trust Luffy. Ace knows Luffy is just a fly compared to these titans, but Luffy doesn't care. He came here to save Ace, regardless of who he has to fight. From going against 3 admirals to 1 mochi monster, our 3rd spot goes to Katakuri and his fight, specifically when they use Conqueror's Haki. Before they decide to turn it on, we are told that they have been fighting for 11 hours. After finding out they have an audience, both Katakuri and Luffy agree to shut them up. They glare at each other, and the color of the Conqueror's Haki comes out. Their will is so powerful, it makes the bystanders immediately pass out. After that, Luffy finally brings out Snake Man, making this entire fight badass. Top 2 time, and our second moment was when Luffy rang the bell in Skypiea. Every member of the Straw Hats had done everything they could up to that point, and it was all up to Luffy. He goes into the center of that storm with the metal ball melted around his arm. Regardless, he yells "Gum Gum Fireworks" and destroys the biggest built-up attack anyone had ever seen. After he completely stops that storm, he punches Enel and rings the bell. We hear the sound of the bell, and we see Luffy's shadow against the clouds, proving Noland wasn't a liar. Chills. Absolute chills. Finally, time for the most intense moment in all of One Piece, and, in our opinion, one of the best villains in all of anime. After hearing the rumors about this reckless captain of the Straw Hats, Law finally meets him in Saba Odi. Some time passes, and Law sees that an alliance will help free him if Law backs Luffy. We finally meet the villain Don Quixote do Flamingo in Dressrosa. We had briefly seen him before, but never knew his true terrifying power. The straw, pun intended, that breaks the camel's back is Law laying on the ground, beaten. Mingo is about to stomp his life out, but Luffy blocks Mingo's kick with his own. Mingo tells Luffy to stand down and covers his leg in Haki. Luffy refuses and covers his own leg in Haki too, blocking Mingo again. Lightning shoots from these two, and the Haki is abundant. It's everywhere. From this moment forward, we get to see a new transformation and a physically and mentally stronger Luffy. That does it for this episode. What were your favorite badass moments in One Piece? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget that if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. See you later, nerds.